Alright, ladies and gentlemen, MrSotko here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about crypto and April Fools. It comes just once a year, and with all the trolling. And this year, crypto was not left out in the cold in terms of April Fools. Nothing too major, but some pretty funny stuff nonetheless. Before we're going to talk about the price as usual, and afterwards, we're going to talk about some real crypto news that's outside of the trolly April Fools nonsense. So, today we've seen a couple whale attacks. It was a great day for whale watching. So anybody out on your boat, out on your skipper, you may have seen some whales today. And let me show you just what a whale looks like. Here we go. So Bitcoin was at $6,400. Oh my! In 15 minutes time, it rose $300. Now that's not particularly unusual for a long term, or at least in the course of an hour or so, but this was just 15 minutes, and I can't even actually bring in the 5-minute one. Actually, I think this one is part of the 5-minute one, this one here, just before 6 o'clock, so you can see even that was within just a 5-minute period. So just know that a lot of times when somebody makes a market buy, it just rockets up the price like that because they basically just buy all of this that you see on the order book here all at once. And so, you know, if you buy all this, then of course you're gonna have to buy it for a penny more and a penny more and so on, depending on whatever is in the order book. It's not always just a penny difference, but depending on what's in the order book, it's just gonna buy it all the way up. And so a little while later, we had a little whale watching going on. So I would not be surprised if we're gonna see something equal to these giant green candles going the other way. Some nice orange-filled candles sooner or later here. So Litecoin did the same thing, of course, because everything is really tied to the price of Bitcoin. So from 110 to 115, nearly 116, which is quite a bit for Litecoin, considering 110 to 115 is quite the percentage in just 15 minutes time. So to coin market cap, again, everything pretty much down. Litecoin is kind of the winner of the top 10 today, but that's sort of like getting a prize for coming in 6th place sort of thing. It's just a token prize, if you will. You're still nothing special at 1.46% growth, but I suppose I'll take it, but in just a couple hours' time, that will definitely change. So let's check out the winner of the day. The winner of the day is Verge, and the loser of the day is Veritasium. And Bitcoin Diamond, of course, because Bitcoin Diamond. So let's check out Verge, though. So all those who are holding on to Verge are probably happy, but if you pull it out to that 3-month, it's nowhere near what it once was. Now, mind you, most coins are not anywhere near what it once was, but it's still on a pretty rapid decline here at its bottom there at about 2.5 cents. And now we're up to about 4.5 cents or so, so not too bad. So what will happen to Verge afterwards? Who knows? But those that are holding on to it, 16.64%. It's nothing to scoff at, I suppose. So now on to some April Fools. So first of all, CoinMarketCap. You didn't see it on that CoinMarketCap that I was just showing you because they had taken it down. It was only up for a little while. I'm not sure why it wasn't up for the entire day because technically still April Fools, but CoinMarketCap, the popular cryptocurrency market cap rating resource, added a Lambo currency reference for its listed assets, showing how many Lambos each currency is roughly worth, as Bitcoin is currently trading for around 6.5 or 6,561. One CoinMarketCap's Lambo is equal to exactly $200,000. So you get 0.023 or 32 Lambos for your one Bitcoin. So it's kind of funny, price at Lambos, and the Lambo 24-hour price is buying 19,887 Lambos. Clever work, CoinMarketCap, I suppose. Another thing was that BitRefill, a service for adding money to prepaid phones with Bitcoin, posted on both Twitter and their blog today that they're changing their name to ShitRefill, even going as far to change their official URL to mimic their new name. And this was scientists hard at work on completing their white paper. Pretty funny. I'll give it a like a golf clap on that one. And then somebody tweeted here, this is kind of one of my favorite ones, is the real April Fool's Day joke is the Bitcoin price. We would certainly hope so, that after today, that the price is just going to go back to 20K. Everyone was just playing a big joke on us the whole time, and it was, even though the timeline doesn't really quite add up, it was like a 3-month joke in the making, and then they will raise the price. So that one doesn't really quite make sense, but it's still kind of cheeky and funny regardless. Jesus Coin, really good Photoshop work is a great news. Vitaly Buterin has joined us. And to get another 10,000 Jesus Coin, and let's pass Moon and get straight to heaven. Jesus, decentralizing Jesus Coin. And kind of funny. That's a really good picture of Vitaly there for that photo. Kind of funny. So here's a blog, the Ethereum.org blog from Vitalik Buterin. I think I say Vitalik Buterin's name different every single time. If he just had a normal name, I could say it properly. Fortunately, and both unfortunately, I don't hold much Ethereum. I've never been much of an Ethereum trader. However, I still do believe that Ethereum will overtake Bitcoin at sometime in the future, because it's more useful overall as a currency. Currently, Bitcoin is useful as a currency. Sure, you can trade it back and forth, and at the same time, it's a good store of value. But in a sense, you could say that about all cryptocurrencies, that it's a good store of value. But Ethereum actually has a bigger purpose than just as a currency that can be sent back and forth. It, holds information on the blockchain and creates smart contracts, yada yada. So announcing World Trade Francs, the official Ethereum stablecoin. We have long recognized that in order for cryptocurrency to reach mass adoption, a form of cryptocurrency that has higher price stability than existing cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum would be needed, so that the people can use the currency to store funds and engage in commerce without worrying about their monthly salary dropping by 57% between the time they receive it and the time they can use the money to buy products. Unfortunately, we found the existing stable coins all have various flaws. Tether is unauditable. Nubits has already once collapsed in price. Signerage shares is, after 3 years, still just a white paper, and Maker DAO is an inadequate joke because reasons. As a result, we've decided to take matters into our own hands and issue our own officially branded stablecoin and use this as an opportunity to make another ICO. So we got the World Trade Francs, the WTF coin. Pretty good. Also pretty good. And the rest is a really, really long joke that kind of honestly went on for a little too long. But down here it was kind of funny. So expected price trajectory is just this bar going up, and the people. This one was kind of clever. It's Vitalik Buterin, who, if you go to Vitalik Buterin's actual Twitter, once in a while you will see this as a fake Twitter. And so his profile is just Twitter scamming veteran, raised over 4,500 Ethereum from running a scam, far more direct and honest than this one. Barack Obama, 44th president of the United States, not an advisor. We just think his face would be cool to have visible on here. And then a moose. And unfortunately, the ICO will only accept lizard coins as payment. So pretty good. April Fool's, I guess. I'm not sure how that was really fooling anyone. This one actually fooled me for a little while when I was reading. I was reading this seriously as an article, and it actually kind of got me. So even though it's titled April 1st, but I suppose you can't take everything that is posted on April 1st as a joke, because otherwise, boy, that'd be kind of an actually terrible day. We wouldn't be able to believe anything that happens. So Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin Cash is Satoshi Nakamoto's real vision. And so whoever wrote this, it was really clever. Top-notch. Sauce. Top-notch sauce. Trolley sauce. So to avoid confusion, the cryptocurrency BTC will hereby be referred to as Bitcoin Core. And so it's really realistic for a while here. And basically, it starts to get a little jokey after a while. According to BitMEX research, 6.1 million SegWit transactions have taken place since the launch of rival Bitcoin Cash, 20.1% more Bitcoin's total number of transactions. The research also claims when the time frame is adjusted to accommodate for Bitcoin's 1 month head start over SegWit, the later solution actually has a 31.5% advantage over Bitcoin. And it's like, but why would you believe BitMEX research? After all, the results are most likely skewed, if not entirely fabricated, as a result of Coinbase's recent adoption of Segwit. Seriously, who even uses Coinbase or GDAX? Vitalik Buterin knows the truth. So one, I consider Bitcoin Cash a legitimate contender, and Vamos is censorship, and it shows them having the BCH gang picture. And then there's this one, and I actually remember voting on this Twitter on this actual reel, and so this was kind of a weird, twisted reality. So this Twitter user at Bitcoin is really a BCH toolbox, a BCH shill, a Bcash, Btrash. And so they actually kind of reworded this backwards. Honestly, this should be worded completely backwards, like switched. So the Bitcoin core community relies on internet hate mobs, trolls, sock puppets, censorship, DDoS attacks, vote manipulation, harassment, and character assassinations. The Bitcoin Cash community is welcoming, supportive, and appreciates freedom. Which one do you prefer? And everybody still voted for BTC. So this article makes it look like, mind you, this was real. So really, it should have been BCH right here and BTC right here, because honestly, Bitcoin Cash has had hate mobs, trolls, actual sock puppets, censorship, DDoS attacks, vote manipulation, harassment, character assassinations, ASICs on their side, making Bitmain pay it. Only accept payment in BCH, all that sort of thing. So it was completely worded backwards in order to fool people into being like, oh, well, I'm not going to vote for BTC, right? Because of all these nasty words there, right? And so you would want to vote BCH, and but still, people voted Bitcoin Core because seriously, who thinks Bitcoin Cash is a good idea? That's so ridiculous. It's just a completely stolen name. So it's pretty good. So if you guys want to read this, it's basically just Bitcoin dead, Bitcoin Cash, Satoshi. Here it is. Bitcoin is dead. Bitcoin Cash is Satoshi's Nakamoto's real vision. So just Google this and read this. It's actually really well written in favor of Bitcoin Cash. And the whole time I was reading, and I'm just like, this is just propaganda nonsense. Until I realized, I'm like, oh, this is an April Fool's joke. So there are countless reasons why Bitcoin Core is no longer Bitcoin, but the top three are: the real Satoshi, Craig Wright, is a vocal supporter of Bitcoin Cash. So if you guys don't know this whole drama with Craig Wright being the real Satoshi or not, whatever, as a vocal supporter of Bitcoin Cash, wherever true geniuses scribble math equations on transparent glass. Check it out. Exactly. And then the Bitcoin.com domain supports Bitcoin Cash. Sorry, Bitcoin Core, but the .org just isn't sexy enough to be the real deal. Are they trying to run a global currency or a public library? Finally, Roger, Bitcoin Jesus Ver believes in Bitcoin Cash, so just have faith. The Bitcoin Cash price will be resurrected. Oh, good one. Bitcoin has died over 273 times. Unfortunately for Blockstream Core and its sock puppets, it is now officially dead to us. Long live Bitcoin. April Fools. Pretty good article. Here's just a Reddit post, just real quick. April Fool's, the dip was just one big joke. The whales got us good. Can't believe everyone fell for it. Back up to 20K within the next 24 hours, right? And then everyone's like, yeah, you can dream. So it was a pretty popular one, upvoted 454 times. Here's another kind of funny one. It's Legendary Classics. TradingView is now on Nokia 3310. Easy access to charts and quotes in the jungle, ocean floor, and the desert, or on Mars. And every day is green, even when it's red. And this is kind of a funny one. Filled candles are red, but they're all filled. Well, that's the point. Pretty funny. All right, and then moving into some real news here. I had to do a little editing. Had a cutout on me. So we have the crypto wallet is consumer Xmas favorite in Nevada, research shows. So I was a geographer in college and studied cartography. Really like maps, the world, the social, physical aspects of everything. A little bit of economics, a little bit of computer science and mathematics peppered in there as well. But really enjoy maps, and so this is why I really enjoy this article. So recent analysis shows that the Ledger Nano crypto hardware wallet was the most popular online purchase in Nevada over the 2017 holiday season, according to price protection app Ernie's research published March 19th. So it was a sample of 100 million online purchases, and as you can see here, Nevada was preferring the Ledger Nano crypto hardware wallet. And so the other states on here don't really have anything to do with cryptocurrency, but it's really interesting to see what state bought the most of what online, according to this particular research. And however, it's only 100 million online purchases, and likely there are way more than that. So, take it as you will, but still interesting regardless. So Washington, it was dollhouses. Wyoming was garden tool sets. California was the iPhone X screen protector, which kind of makes sense. My state of Arizona, the table air hockey game. Okay. Colorado was Ancestry DNA kits. Wyoming, stevia. Okay. Fair enough. Montana, they're really interested in smart light bulbs in Montana, apparently. North Dakota glue? Question mark? Was the most online purchase? Cat food was another one. Okay. Fair enough. My home that I spent 30 years in, 29 years, I don't even know at this point. Stormproof auto covers in Pennsylvania. All right. SanDisk memory. We got lava lamps in Ohio, because Ohioans love their lava lamps. The Fire 7 tablet in Texas. Clip-on hair extensions in New Mexico. That's news to me. Alaska was turmeric pain relief. Hawaii, portable karaoke speakers. That one actually really makes sense. Florida was Super Mario Odyssey by far. And that one actually doesn't make sense, because there's a quite sense. Florida, if you're not from the United States, Florida is really, really known for a lot of old people. So is Arizona, actually, but more snowbirds than anything. During the winter, the population of Arizona basically doubles, because everybody from Canada all the way across the United States all goes to Arizona. The traffic gets unbelievable. It's horrible. You can see, if you're stuck behind somebody going slow, or they're pulling out in front of you, all you have to do is look at their license plate, and more than likely it is not from Arizona, because they're driving 35 miles an hour in like a 60-mile-an-hour zone or something like that. And then when you go to pass them, or you see them turn or something like that, they are like 95 years old. Every time. Every year, every winter. You can't get a seat at restaurants, anything like that. Essentia water was another one. Pressure cookers. Toilet paper. South Carolinians. What do you want for Christmas this year? Oh, by God, I want toilet paper. Let's see, the What Do You Meme party game. Alexa smart plug. Okay, that's a reasonable one. Chocolate bars in West Virginia. Fair enough. Kentuckians want the Fire HD 8-inch tablet, but Texans only want that 7-inch tablet. In Missouri, Giraffes Can't Dance book. God, I love maps. So, as you can see, the Ledger Nano wallet apparently in Nevada. What was the point of this news article? I don't know. Just something fun to share with you guys, and you can check out this fun map with the random stuff that people order from the internet. Moving on, the maddening task of calculating taxes on crypto. So for many in crypto land, decentralization is everything. It's a common mantra, and it's something I personally believe in to a point. However, for various business processes that require aggregated data to execute, decentralization creates problems that are very challenging for individuals and enterprises to navigate. So here's basically how you have to pay your taxes. So first, to make the process easy to remember, let's create an acronym that represents all the steps a taxpayer must execute. Fiat Fux Parsi. Oh, okay, so it rolls right off the tongue, right? Yeah, I agree. So, okay, so here it goes. The taxpayer must find the data, not easy, as there are now more than 170 crypto exchanges worldwide with more than one opening a week, and that doesn't even include over-the-counter venues, forthcoming decentralized exchanges. Isolate the data, tough, because many data elements are not exactly the same, even though they have the same name, so it's hard to know what's the right data element. For example, does output amount mean exactly the same thing across all venues? Extract the data. Again, tough, because certain crypto exchanges limit your ability to extract historical data. I'm looking at you, Bitrix. Or apply limits once you've hit certain transaction volumes. Transport the data. This is more of a problem for enterprises that they try to programmatically pull out from APIs, as they very quickly find that the data highways are constantly under maintenance or shut down. Format the data. Now that the taxpayer has a bunch of files, they quickly discover that none of them look the same. Getting them into the same format can require some serious spreadsheet jockeying skills. Check the data. Something doesn't look right. Is the taxpayer missing transactions? Time to call an 800 number for help. Oh, wait. There aren't any. Have you ever tried to call the IRS? Good luck. Correct the data. This is challenging as most taxpayers are not tax professionals. What to correct and why? And how do I even know I have the correct information to start with? Aggregate the data. Now that the taxpayer needs to consolidate it all into one file. Time to power up Google Sheets again. Process the data. Time to do the matching. This gain goes with this loss. Wait, should the taxpayer choose the first in, first out method for the cost basis, last in, first out, or average cost? How to manage partial lots. Reconcile the data. Oh, it just keeps going on and on. How can the taxpayer be sure the processed data is complete and accurately associated with the trades collected from all their trading venues? Store the data. Where should the taxpayer store the data that's safe and secure, as the IRS might want to take a look at this sometime over the next 6 or 7 years? Export the data. Now the taxpayer needs to take all that processed, accurate, and complete data, convert it into the proper format, and export it into the form that they can send to the tax authority, along with a check. Sorry, no crypto payments in the U.S. right now, although Arizona's working on it. Suffice to say, for most taxpayers, this is madness, and there are big hot potholes at every turn, with the outcome either being a lack of compliance or paying tax, but having absolutely no clue if it was the right amount. So basically, the IRS needs to streamline this way more. You need to, of course, like taxes. I hate to say it. I mean, taxes need to be paid. If you're only trading a little bit, maybe no one will ever notice. I don't want to say like don't. You know what I mean? I can't really say that, of course, but like. If you're making like 10,000 or more or something like that a year by trading with cryptocurrency, you might get audited one day. Not gonna lie to you. So, but how to do this? If you don't know how to do it, you need to get yourself a tax professional. You need to go down to one of those tax places at the very least, and start asking them. Because if you don't know how to do it, and you just don't do it, 4 or 5 years from now, you're going to owe the IRS like $40,000. That's going to be really bad. And they're going to start taking your wages or something like that. So, good luck for like everybody, including like everybody. Good luck with the IRS. It's not going to go easy. So here's an article I'll skim through. It says 8 ways to make profit in a crypto bear market. Most of these I already talked about from time to time, but I figured I'd go over this real quick. So give margin trading a go. I don't really recommend this one, but I'm going to read the article to you anyway. So margin trading is basically futures on steroids. Crank up that leverage all the way to 100x. If you're feeling foolhardy, you're supremely confident. The rewards for mastering margin trading are huge. BitMEX's top 2 traders have amassed 7,000 Bitcoin between them. There are exceptions, though. In conventional cryptocurrency trading, you get to keep the coin, even if its Bitcoin value sinks. With margin trading, the margin for error becomes wafer thin the higher you crank that leverage. And the penalty for failure is liquidation. So brush up on technical analysis. So technical analysis, is good, but take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt, because you can go around to like all kinds of websites where people think they have it all correct, and they make all their lines look real pretty. And does it really mean anything? Does it? Who told you it means anything? Did somebody tell you it means anything, or did you just look it up online and just by seeing it, it means something? Who told you a bull flag is a real thing? Who told you that Fibonacci retracements are actually a real thing? They're only actually a real thing unless everybody follows that Fibonacci retracement. And then if everybody follows the Fibonacci retracement, then there is no market, right? Because everybody knows what the price is going to be and when it's going to bounce and stuff. So that doesn't work. It doesn't work. Some people are good at guessing it, but that's about it. So if there's one thing a bear market's good for, it's homework. While the benefits bestowed by technical analysis can be debated, exactly, no trader in their right mind would consider margin or futures trading without basic understanding of it. Now, that's something I do agree on, because margin trading is pretty volatile, and you need, it's, again, the margin of error, as it said before, is wafer thin. Start with the basics such as moving averages and RSI, and then move on to Ichimoku, Fibonacci, and all the rest. So another one was scalp your way to profit. When the markets are capricious, there's money to be made in creaming profits off small price movements. Scalping is a smash and grab job that requires little other than free time and a willingness to grind it out through frequent buying and selling. Like all trading strategies, scalping is not without its risks. All it takes is one major fail for your hard day's haul to become undone. So dig for hidden gems. Everything's cheap in a bear market, so just because a cheap coin doesn't mean it doesn't have value. Thanks to the low volumes and depressed prices, there's no need to rush into trades. Instead, take your time to research projects that are undervalued, have the potential to 10x or greater when the market rebounds. Examining coins that have dropped 70% or more from their all-time high will reveal, amidst all the dross, a handful that have been unfairly hammered. Then there's play ICO detective. Market shakeouts are great for separating the wheat from the chaff, especially when it comes to ICOs. In early January, any piece of vaporware was guaranteed to hit its cap, with many tokens trading at a loss the moment they hit an exchange. Investors now have to be savvy. Instead of FOMOing into some 5 to 10 crowd sale that's ending tomorrow, save your ether and put it into investing projects whose sale is still months away. Read their technical documentation, Google the team, pore over the token use cases. Just as experienced traders can spot a bear trap when they see one, experienced ICO researchers can spot a winner long before the crowds have caught on. Then get a job. If crypto's trading stop paying the bills, perhaps it's time you get a job. No, not a make job, a crypto job. There's still loads of companies hiring because they, like the bulk of crypto community, are confident that these bearish conditions are only temporary. The best thing about working in crypto, even if the job's not particularly glamorous, is that you're likely going to get paid in crypto. And when bulls come out to play again, what do you know? Suddenly that crypto you've earned is worth a whole lot. So I agree on that. Here's the news of the day. It's at 120 million. So Vitalik proposed a cap on the Ethereum cryptocurrency. So right now, if you take a look, no cap. Normally there's a maximum supply right here, and it doesn't exist for Ethereum. If you didn't know that, it doesn't have a cap. Never did. So Vitalik Buterin has penned a new proposal that could lay the foundation for resolving one of the Ethereum's network's biggest outstanding questions: whether a limit on the amount of Ethereum that could be created would ever be set. In a new Ethereum improvement proposal, the cryptocurrency's creator issued his latest thoughts on the matter, posing to developers and software users that the maximum supply of Ether, the network's cryptocurrency, be set at 120 million and some odd, or exactly 2 times the amount of Ether sold in its original sale in 2014, in a forthcoming software change. As such, the comments mark one of the first times Buterin has directly addressed the platform's monetary policy, a subject whose lack of clarity has drawn critics, including from investors who have publicly doubted its potential as an investment opportunity. So why no more than 21 million Bitcoins will ever be created as per rules of the Bitcoin protocol? Ether has long had a more open-ended policy per the terms of the original issuance. Up to 18 million Ether are allowed to be issued every year, though it has been long said the terms would change following a milestone change to the protocol's design. So elsewhere in Sunday's post, Buterin sought to position the idea if embraced would ensure the economic sustainability of the platform following the move to a new algorithm by which Ether are created, so soon to ditch the proof-of-work model for a proof-of-stake algorithm. Indeed, Buterin views the coming shift as an ideal time to provide clarity on how those who operate the software necessary to verify transactions will be awarded in the future, even if the exact terms are still clearly in the ideation phase. According to the post, Buterin foresees situations in which a monetary policy wouldn't be decided until after 120 million Ether have been issued, at which point he has proposed selecting another alternative limit as high as 140 million. So I don't know what the point was 120 million, but sure. So it's either going to be 120 or 140. Who knows? Still, it's important to note that the proposal is just that, a proposal. Even with the statements, Ethereum developers and users would still need to embrace a change, merging the formal code into the software that the idea would require. As such, while notable, it may just be the start to a process that could take months or years if pursued, just like Ethereum 2.0 is supposed to take quite some time as well. But that's all the news that I got for you today. So hope you guys didn't get trolled too hard on April Fools here, but hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.